You might drive by his work every single day on your commute and not even know about it. He was told he should keep it as a hobby, but he evolved from corporate America to the inevitable artist. You started in corporate America, and you've kind of now transitioned over to be an artist and sculptor here in Kansas City. Talk about that journey from the corporate world to where you are now.
Went to Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. Heeded my father's advice that art would always probably be a hobby rather than a profession.
Yeah.
And so I graduated with a marketing degree. And first job out of college was with a large corporation out of Toledo, Ohio, called Owens, Illinois. And my job was in their forest products division, which is a fancy name for selling corrugated boxes. And so I was transferred to the North Kansas City box plant, knew nothing about Kansas City at that point. I sold boxes for 2 years, had an epiphany one morning that this was not the profession for me.
You didn't want to sell boxes?
Decided I needed to move on.
Yeah.
And rather than jumping into another job right away, I decided to take a summer off, and I bicycled with a group of 7 other people from Durango, Colorado up to Jasper, Alberta, Canada.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so 2,500 miles, 56 days. And it gave me
a
chance. Yeah, on a bike. I knew I needed to do something more creative and hopefully artistic. So came back, interviewed with marketing firms and advertising agencies, and was fortunate enough to land a job as an account executive with a medium-sized agency called Travis Walls Advertising. 2 years into my stint at the agency, I had a chance meeting with a bronze sculptress. Over the next 2 years, I learned not only about sculpture, but this woman also knew how to cast in bronze. And so before you know it, I was casting pieces in bronze, and friends were starting to buy my work, and so something popped up in my mind saying, maybe I can make a living doing this. And before you know it, I did quit my day job.
Talk about just where we can see it here, just driving around.
Some of the early pieces that I did that you might be familiar with, first big commission was the Wyandotte County War Memorial, which paid tribute to Korean and Vietnam veterans. What followed from there was the Firefighters Memorial at 31st and Broadway. Then did the Kaufmans out at the baseball stadium. Did also all the sculpture at the Kaufman Gardens. Did the UN Peace Memorial out in Independence.
We really could just drive around, it seems like, and we see all of your work.
Well, I'm an old person, so it gave me a lot of time to make a lot of stuff, you know. So, but the Kansas City's been very good to me as far as providing those commissions. Yeah, I started doing commissions, then started designing furniture, and that put me on the national stage.
And his furniture design was a chance meeting when an architect saw a table design of his at a party and then ordered some for their office.